And it's back the other way for Eisenbart. He rolls it across looking for Burr. Failing to clear it was Marchman. Burr behind the net for Fedorov. Fedorov right on in front. Score! Paul Eisenbart makes it 1-0. They probably will see some ice time tonight against this Chicago team. Now Stu Grimson.
There's
Vial. Him and Vial.
Yeah, they'll go right
there
now.
They go.
Right now. Look out. How do you do? Drop him and away we go. Big tough Grimson and Vial. Oh, look out. Oh, look at these guys. Oh, look at that. Vial knocked him down. Holy mackerel. Oy, oy, oy.
Well, I tell you, Grimson had the reach on him, Mick, and he landed about 6 or 7. But Denny Vial stood there and took it.
Goodness.
And he landed the last one.
I'm going to tell you. Denny Vial has just been told by the Red Wings coming off that West Coast trip, my son, get a place to stay, and he's the happiest young man in Michigan right about now, I'll tell you. And he just won himself a TKO. 1-0 Detroit. Back in a moment. Well, you can bet that Denny Vial is going to make Don Cherry's hit list. And that's in a positive way. Cherry loves a guy like Vial. Both these guys, good, clean fight. Right off the bat. No sticks involved. And away they go. Two guys that are very familiar with doing things like that.
Fedorov could not lift it past Greg Gilbert. Gilbert at the side of the net. His shot was wide. Burr with a big hit there on Larmer.
Now Stapleton did get a penalty as well. That's Stapleton who ends up flying over Gallant. There's the punch that Gallant got called for. The retaliation by little Mike Stapleton. With the stick, he gets caught, and they're both gone, so we'll continue to be 5 skaters aside.
Butera checked, and now here comes Kerr back across the line on the turnover. Dropped for Eiserman. Chelios checks him. Kerr in the corner has it. Dumps it right out in front. Redirected right on by Fedorov. Fedorov sends it back to the line. Konstantinov. Quick shot. The backcourt. Score!
I think it's Alan Kerr.
Alan Kerr stood his ground in front of Belfour and may get his first goal as a Red Wing. The Hawks on the move. Larmer up the right side. Stapleton. Quick shot. Cheveldae the save, and he'll hang on. Larmer throwing some snow there, and McCrimmon didn't like that. Neither did Cheveldae. Larmer went in and threw the snow up in the face of goaltender Tim Cheveldae.
You believe Probert's going to be, he's a peacemaker. You don't see him in that role very often. Gallant and Stapleton went again nose to nose, and Larmer and McCrimmon. There's Larmer with it. He did. You can see the body English. He purposely did throw the snow up. A special hello to Mary Sweet, recovering from surgery. To Mike Fagan from heart surgery. Birthday wish. 11-year-old Matt Woods, recovering from an auto accident.
Face off here, controlled by the Hawks. Back to the point. Chelios shot deflected just wide of Cheveldae. Vial with a hit on Jocelyn Lemieux. Konstantinov now.
There they go. Peluso and Vial. Peluso got the left loose on Vial. I don't think Peluso, look at him with that left. When Vial gets loose, they're not going to have time. Peluso goes down.
Well, Vial's letting Marwelli know who started that fight.
Yep, exactly.
Whereas that's the second fight for Vial, and if you're the instigator in your second fight, you're automatically out. But the Hawks Grimson tested Vial and didn't do so well, so Peluso tries, and we'll have to wait and see if there's going to be an extra minor penalty. 8:14 to go in the second. Red Wings with a 2-0 advantage.
Back live to Joe Louis Arena. 2-0 Red Wings with 8:14 to go in the second period. 36-44. Peluso looks at Vial. Turns around, I'm not sure. Yes, they're going to give Peluso the aggressor on the play. He got that left hand loose and went after Vial early. By the time Vial recovers, he got a few in, and Big Peluso went down.
The Hawks nearly copped one up inside the line, but it got past Sean Kerr.
Roenick just drilled Konstantinov. No penalty.
This Sunday,
Vladimir Konstantinov doesn't see Roenick coming. He drilled him, didn't he? He seemed to do it pretty fairly. He didn't get the elbow up, hit him with the shoulder.
Better up behind the net for Eiserman. Back out along the boards for Fedorov. Out to the line. Lidstrom once times it. That hit Hudson in the skate. Oh, a giveaway there. Racine held it in. Hudson tried to make a play rather than just make sure that he cleared the zone. The Hawks will get another chance here. And again, Lidstrom holds it in. Goes back in front. Probert, a shot. He scores!
That may have been Fedorov, David. It deflected out somebody, that's for sure. And just barely got between Belfour's pad and the goalpost. There wasn't a lot of room.
And it all started with that bad clearing attempt. I believe it was Hudson.
Yeah, it was. Lidstrom in front to Yzerman. It's deflected by Smith. Watch Probert wheel around and drill it. Who does it hit? It's for Sergei Fedorov in the foot. It goes underneath Belfour's glove and between the pad and the goalpost. Right there.
Oh, yeah.
Hit him in the right skate. And Eddie Belfour is getting the big hook from Mike Keenan. And Jimmy Waite comes in.
Well, they call Keenan Captain Hook.
Denny Vial, one more fight, and he's out of the game.
Yeah.
3 fights, so he's not too anxious to go. But you know what? This kid, he'll do whatever he has to do to play in the National Hockey League. That means I got to fight every shift. He'll do it, and he's hoping in the meantime. And so is Brian Murray, to try to teach him some of the skills of the game and maybe play him at left wing a little bit. Put him up there for a while and try to give him a chance to develop his game.
Tonight's game, Mick, is a great example. If Denny Vial is not in the lineup, all other things being equal, Bob Probert probably would have been involved in 1 fight tonight, maybe 2.
At least 1.
He'd be out of the game far more often than they would like him to be, and Vial is doing exactly what he needs to do in this lineup.
Of their first baby girl, Megan Joan, born yesterday evening.
And now Yzerman chips it ahead for Gallant. He's got Probert with him, a 2-on-1 into the Chicago zone. Gallant rips a shot over the top of Waite's glove. Held in by McCrimmon. Into the corner, deflected by Smith behind the net. Gallant has it there. Wraparound attempt, save, rebound. Waite stops Probert. And Smith and now Dirk Graham coming in there.
The right foot. Return the favor here if he can get away with it.
Grimson takes a run there at Yzerman. And look out, you better get your heads up now, boys.
Yeah. Stewie Crimson takes a big run at Yzerman. Red Wings, I think, have had enough. Out comes Probert, and he and Grimson, oh, will they or will they not? Grimson wants him to go. Look at this. Over comes Chelios. Now they get loose. Now they get loose. Look out here, baby. Oh, my goodness. Goodness gracious me. Look at these guys going. Bang, goal. Chelios out of the game. Got to be out of the game at the 3rd man in.
Stu Grimson put the stick up between the legs of Bob Probert. He instigated it. Probert didn't want to go. Chelios jumped in, 3rd man in. Probert said, it's 3-0 now, boys. If you want a piece of me now, you can get it. And Grimson goes down on his backside.
Stu Grimson got a couple of good ones in early, I think. Probert got him there. Bob Probert one good one. And Probert got the best of it in the last 5 or 6. Well, you know, got to be a strange feeling. Bob Probert comes on the ice. He's got to know from the moment he comes on the ice that he's got to fight Grimson. To stop Grimson from running around at the Red Wing smaller guys.
Coming up next here on Pass, following Red Wing hockey this week in Bronco football.
And Grimson made no effort to try to disguise the fact that he wanted to fight with Probert immediately.
You know what's interesting, too, is Grimson come out on the ice. He looked back over his shoulder at the bench. He's looking at Keenan like to get the go-ahead. Do I go now? After he had the fight, he looked over at the Chicago bench as if
like, is that enough? Is that what you wanted? Right.
Carson spun around by Goulet, and the Hawks get it to the line, not out. Now it's knocked away from Lidstrom, who's knocked down on the seat of his pants. Racine was waiting for Goulet, and Goulet still knocked him down. A couple of seconds tick off the 2-man advantage. Fedorov drops it now to Yzerman. Yzerman goes back to the line for Konstantinov. Gets it in front. Attempt to score! Gerard Gallant! As the Red Wings worked it in deep to make it 4-0. Will expire. Rink wide pass for Yzerman, trying to get around Chelios. And Chelios able to wrestle it away. Marchment moves it now to Dirk Graham, and now we've got Kerr and Marchment. Dirk Graham steps in there, and McCrimmon and Marchment have a hold of each other.
McCrimmon was an innocent bystander. It was going to be Kerr, and Marchment grabbed the nearest white sweater he could, and that was McCrimmon. They'll just get a couple of minutes. No punches thrown. Marchment's the kid that came over to Chicago from Winnipeg. Young potential hockey player the Hawks hope to develop. 3:23 to go. 4-0.
Cross-checking penalty at the 17-minute mark.
And the reason the penalty, not so much of just the cross-check, but there's Kuchera going into the boards head first, and that's the call they're trying to make more in the National Hockey League to prevent injury.
Racine trying to fight off a couple of hot. Peluso, Graham, and Sutter are there. Dirk Graham out at the rim of the circle. 40 seconds left in the two-man advantage. Here's a chance for Sutter. It rolls in front, and it's knocked home by Peluso. And the Wings were trying very hard to protect that shutout for Tim Cheveldae, but the power play goal makes it 4-1.
Here's a look at it one more time. Chelios there. Cheveldae got a piece of it with the trapper, but that 5-on-3, just too many red shirts around there to defend them all.
Peluso, last year Mickey scored 6 goals, and he scored 2 of them against Detroit. This is his second goal of the year, and his first one obviously against the Red Wings.
4-1's our final. We'll be back to wrap it all up right after this.